What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be doing the best case scenario for Donald Trump for the 2024 presidential election as Biden's best case scenario for at the end of the video. And so, guys, today, excuse me, because the thing is, I can't do face cam because I'm currently a little sick right now and my nose is like runny. And I've tried recording this 2 times already and it just looks bad on camera. And so, if you guys do enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you don't miss another video that I post, and please make sure to follow the Twitter and join the Discord server in the description down below. And let's get right into this. And so pretty much, guys, for Donald Trump, he is doing extremely well in the electoral college. In the polls, he basically is tied with Biden in the battlegrounds. He's leading all of the swing states by multiple points, except for Minnesota and New Hampshire. And so effectively, he is on track to have a really good best case scenario, as of right now. His ceiling is a lot higher than Biden's ceiling as of right now. Donald Trump is beating Biden on issues like immigration, the economy, foreign affairs. He is much more superior than Joe Biden overall on these issues. And so, because of that, I am going to go over this really quick. And so, pretty much, Donald Trump in the safe red states basically takes them with no problem. These are basically all of his safe red states for this cycle. That puts him at 126 electoral votes. But we are adding Iowa, Ohio, and Florida into the safe Republican column, like plus 15, like Florida votes by 15 points Republican. Ohio would probably be like 18. Iowa's probably like hitting 20 points in this scenario. Texas would almost hit 15, but I don't think it would. I think California and Washington would fall under 15 points in a best case scenario for Trump. I also think Hawaii would fall under safe margins. I think DC, Maryland, Massachusetts, and Vermont would be the only safe Democratic states for Donald Trump in a best case scenario. I think Maine's first would be likely. I think that for the other likely Republican states, I think Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin are all likely. And that already gives Donald Trump 312 electoral college votes. Biden's lean states would be Oregon in this scenario, Illinois, New York. I think that Rhode Island and Connecticut would still be likely, but I think Delaware would be a lot closer in this scenario. I think that Nebraska's second, New Mexico, Minnesota, Virginia, Maine at large, and New Hampshire would all be lean Republican states in this scenario. I also think that Colorado and New Jersey would be the closest states on the map. And I actually think that New Jersey would stay, but I think in an ultimate best case scenario, I think Donald Trump does actually pick off the state of Colorado, giving him 357 electoral votes to Biden's 188. And so that is the best case scenario for him. He's effectively winning like the popular vote by like 5 points or more in this scenario. If he were to win the popular vote by like 8 or 9, he'd be winning New York. But I think in this scenario, it would be safe to say he probably ends up winning this amount of electoral votes if he were to actually win the popular vote by 5, which I think is his best case scenario. Now, for Biden, it's a little different. Technically, I have not said Biden is DOA yet. I mean, if they seize Trump's properties at some point during the cycle, I think Biden would be DOA. But I think as of right now, for Biden's ultimate best case scenario, I think that Biden actually does somewhat decent in a best case scenario. He still wins, but it would be a way lower electoral vote count than the previous cycle. As of right now, Oregon, Colorado, Illinois, New York would be likely. I think all these would be safe except for New Jersey and Delaware. I think Virginia and New Mexico would be likely. I think Maine's first would be safe. I think Maine's at large would be lean, including Maine's second being likely, but almost being 15. I think that North Carolina would be a lean state as well as Georgia. Florida would be likely. It would probably be like an 8 point win, a 9 point win. Texas would probably be like a 7 or 8 point win. I think Alaska would be likely. I think Minnesota and New Hampshire would be lean alongside Nebraska's second. I think Trump would get Wisconsin in a worst case scenario anyway. I also think that in this scenario, Michigan would probably go lean Democrat, as well as Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Nevada all being tilt Democratic states, giving President Biden 277 electoral votes in a best case scenario. You could say that Biden's perfect scenario would be him getting Wisconsin, but I actually don't see him winning Wisconsin in a worst case scenario. And you could even possibly rule Nevada out if the Hispanic trends are that bad And so, really, at that point, even Arizona would probably be in Trump's worst case scenario, too. But as of right now, I think President Biden's pathway to reelection is Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Arizona. I think that is his pathway because even if he loses with Arizona, Donald Trump would win the electoral college at that point. And so I think this is Biden's best case scenario right now, which is 277 to 261 electoral votes. For this to happen, Biden's disapproval rating would have to go a lot lower. Trump would kind of have to pull a lot of stunts that would not really enthuse his base very much. Like if he made a very bad VP pick or started flip-flopping on issues, this is probably what would happen to Trump in my opinion. Or if something very bad happens with the convictions or something like that, I think if like they have a really negative impact on his public opinion, he could still win the election. But I think that if all of those things combined happen, I think that Biden would actually be able to end up coming out on top. So you guys can't discount Biden, and Republicans or Democrats cannot discount Trump for sure either. There's people like, understand politics that currently have Biden winning the electoral college 271 to 267, but it's like right now Trump is in a good spot to win the electoral college by a decent amount. He's not losing right now, for sure. If the election was held today, Trump would not lose the electoral college. He would not. He would probably end up taking Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, would end up going, and Nevada would end up going. So he'd have 312 in that scenario. Like he is not losing any of these states as of right now. I even think he gets Michigan as of right now. And so for people out here to be saying that Biden's currently ahead and oh my god, there's a magical surge for Biden in the key states, I don't think that's going to happen. I just don't think it is. And so right now Trump is in a good spot to win the election. Biden can still win, but he has to put in the work. And so far it's not working out for him. Every time Biden gets exposed to people, they end up liking him less. Donald Trump is coalescing the Republican Party behind him and is even getting a lot of independents on his side. You can see that in multiple polls. He leads independents by like 5 to 15 points, depending on a poll you look at, sometimes by even more than that. And so if you guys did enjoy this little quick analysis, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you don't miss another video that I post, and make sure to follow the Twitter and join the Discord in the description down below. Let's talk elections. I'm putting up the offer again. If you want to debate me, we can set up the live stream. I don't care when it is, as long as I'm free, I don't have anything going on. We can set it up. The offer still stands. I'm going to be saying it in almost all my videos now until you say something. Either you could say no, you could say yes, but I need to hear back from you as soon as possible. So if you guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.